Hey everybody and welcome to the first lecture for Python. In this very lecture we'll start off with the print function in Python. Right. So when I'm coding and I use this hashtag sign, this means that I'm just taking notes. This is not a code and this will not run. Right. So the first function that we are going to discuss is the print function. And now what exactly is the print function? So if I write something like this, print, and then I have these brackets. So when I write something like this, and whatever that is in between these brackets is what we want to print. So if I now write it like this, print bracket double quotes, and I would like something double quotes close and the bracket close, and when I run this code, you'll see something written over there. Now this is what basically print function is used for, and these double quotes indicate or is called string. So whatever is written in double quotes is identified as the data type string. So let's write something else as well. uh, let's write the most basic thing, which is hello world, and if you run this code, it says hello world. Now what happens if I forget these double quotes and I now run the code? I'll get an error, and this error tells me that there is a syntax error, unterminated string literal detected at line 3. This means that there is some issue with line 3, and when I head back, I see that we do not have the closing double quotes. And now when I run this code, it's absolutely fine. So this is what print function really does. Now, let me give you an example output to solve. So let's say that I want you to get an output which looks something like this. So the first line should be day 1, we are learning Python. And the second line states day 2, we are learning Python. We're learning Python, it's fun. Right. How do you solve this? So you'll solve this exactly the same way by using the print function. Let's solve it now. Print, you'll have the brackets, double quotes, and let's write the first line. Day 1, we are learning to code. And then we'll write another line. Print, day 2, we are learning to code. It's fun. Let's run the code, and we have the exact same output that was written above. So this is how you're going to get the outputs you want. Now let's say I add another line to this very output, and I say that I want um, another line in which it states that print what to print. So now this would be done exactly the same way again. Let me copy this, copy, pasted it. Let's. So these hashtags are basically used for comments. I guess I mentioned it earlier as well. But whenever you don't want the code to run and you want some notes to be written down, you can use this hashtag sign. Okay, so print, we have the brackets, we have the double quotes, and we are done with the first line. Print, the brackets, we have the double quotes. We're done with the second line as well. And now the third one, line number 8. Now to solve this, what I'll do is I'll use, because we want this as an output, print what to print, so I'll need a print, I need brackets, and then I need double quotes, And I need these double quotes to close as well, and these brackets close finally. And when I run the code, I'll get exactly what I want. Now, an important thing to really note here is that what will happen if I'll use these double quotes here as well. Let's have double quotes here as well, and let's see if there's any difference. Oops, we have an error. And why is that so? Understand that if I use double quotes inside and outside as well, so what the computer really thinks is that this print over here, this quote till this quote, we are having a string, and then between this quote and this quote, we are also having a string, and this thing in between is a code. And this is why it gives us a syntax error, and it says that perhaps you forgot a comma. So we're missing something over here, right? So that is why we used single quotes over here so that it differentiates, right? So now if I use these single quotes, we do not get an error, and we have the exact same output as we got above, right? So this was the print function, and with this we are done with the first lecture.